Okay, a very impromptu and quick mirror card scene here. I only have a few minutes before I have to take off, but I wanted to get this in before I took off and to see if it was going to work. Okay, we have a quarter page pre-folded card. I'm using black cardstock, and I've pre-mounted my gold mirror surface down here, 4¼ by 5½. And it's a very kind of mirrored chrome surface. You can see my camera up there. And we're working with gold. And this is a piece of the Recollections. It's not the primary pack. It might be the jewel tone pack. I can't remember where this gold one comes from. Maybe you guys can remember, but I thought this would gold in or orange in gold might look kind of interesting for a sunset type of format here. Hello, Sandy, and hello, Kay. Hello, anyone else that's joined in? PJB, good to see you. Beth. Real quick card, because that's the only time that I have for this one. Hello, Froggy Fresh. Good to see you all here. We're going to see if we can do it like a speed card here. So, Marine, anyone else that might have clicked on here? Hello to all of you. Can we do one of these mirror cards in a few minutes? I was inspired by someone on Facebook or in the Facebook group. They had used this with the palm stalks and fronds that I had just used. And while I have those stamps out, just used in the last card, I like to do some variations with those types of things before I put them away. And I thought that that mirror card that she posted was really cool. But one of the things that she did was she posted this kind of high so that the water was kind of below that. And then it transitioned into what this area down below, which represents the water. So I thought it might look better if I go a little bit lower like that, or all the way, into the seam with this so that it looks like water from here on. So we're doing a small card. Hello, Vicky. Liz, good to see you. And I'm going to say a pre-hi to anyone else that might join in. Of course, they're not going to be able to see this, but if they watch the replay, it's like a challenge thing. See if you can stamp that out in 15 minutes or something like that. But that being said, I know people do like quick cards. Anytime I post a stamp along, or if it says quick stamp along, those are like the most popular videos of all. It's like, oh, okay, this, or if you put quick and easy. Now I think everything's easy, but just some of those things take a lot more time. So, but let's see what we can do here. Hello, Deanna. Good to see you all. Hope everyone's staying nice and cool wherever you are, and if it's really cold out there, I hope it warms up for you. But send some of that cool out to the west, right, Deanna? Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so this is going to be stamped out. I'm working on the StazOn. I'm finding that the StazOn ink really saves me some time on the foils from having to spray seal, okay? So it's nice for that. I'm still getting used to it, though, so... in terms of that impression time and the length of time that you keep it down there, I'm getting that sticking, but someone told me that, hey, you're just supposed to re-ink, that StazOn every time you use it, so, okay, so that's news to me. Maybe not with every type of surface here, but it's probably not a bad idea to do it with the foil. Because that first time I stamped with the StazOn on the foil, what was it, like a week or two ago or something like that, I kept it down there just thinking, I'm still having my mind, the use of, the brilliance inks or dye-based inks on glossy cardstock. And, I lifted that thing up and it was like sealed together. So, yes, I'm sitting here blabbing. This is probably drying a little bit, but... Okay, so I'm learning all that type of thing and getting the feel of it, For those of you that don't know, it might seem strange, but I just haven't used StazOn before recently because I didn't like the idea of having to clean off my stamps with some sort of specialized cleaner. But after my initial tests, oh, here, I need to get moving on this so it doesn't adhere. But I don't know, mine cleaned off just fine with water, okay? So like that. And I just, normally I'm just cleaning like this with dye-based inks, and it's like ready to go. But when I, just kind of did that little thing and just kind of cleaned off this with a, paper towel and water afterwards, it came off just fine. So, I don't have a problem with that. I don't like the idea of cleaning off things like solvent cleaners on the rubber, using solvent inks and solvent cleaners, because I think that over time, I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me if you've ever had any problems using, some people use StazOn all the time, so maybe, I don't know, maybe it doesn't affect the rubber over time, I'm talking like 5 years, or on. Hello, Barb, I'm having a nice evening. Thank you so much. Hello, Crazy Cat. I hope all of you are having a nice evening, and hopefully I can come up with something decent here in a few minutes. I have to leave here at 6:30 to take my son to the gym for an open gym night where he can work out. It's like a gymnastics gym, but it's for parkour. My deal with him is, all right, if I got to take you over to that gym and stay there for a couple hours, I said, you're in charge of cooking dinner, and he was cool with that. So if I don't have to worry about that after we get back, then it's a deal. Okay, so here's that StazOn stamps out surprisingly dark, okay, to me. And again, like, I don't know, I just didn't think solvent inks would stamp out as dark. I know it's hard to kind of see that right here. But anyways, that's where we get the surface right there. It wouldn't be a bad idea if I kind of illuminated those rooftops a little bit with some white ink. And that I'd probably use with the, Brilliance ink. In which case I would have to spray seal it, okay? But that wouldn't be bad. But starting off with this already existing semi-dark color. Now this foil looks like this, so it's not that dark, but at any given angle, it's going to be a lot darker looking, than a white piece of paper, right? So we might need to bring out some of that illumination up there. Okay, but again, this is supposed to be a quick card, and I don't think that'll take too long. And I'm going to interior illuminate those windows in there, so I'm going to take a white pen and color those in. But the initial kind of concept of this one I thought would be sunset, because this is a glowing warm color, and I figured, if you go like that, depending on your angle that you would use on there, it would look like this glowing light. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but, that's the theory at least, right? Okay, so let's see. It was hot here and it rained. Now it's hot and humid, huh? I'll take that rain. Even if it's humid, we'll take any moisture out here in the west. Vicky's never had a problem with StazOn. Okay, well that's a good thing there. Vicky, do you use StazOn cleaner after usage? And do you clean immediately after you stamp? Huh. Shirley, good to see ya. This will be your first live video, catching that live video, and it's going to be an abbreviated one, because I have to leave in a few minutes. But we're going to try to get this one done. Okay, so here's my theory. Okay, so I'm going to stamp these palm trees down here. Now, one of the things with mirror cards that I make a mistake with repeatedly, because, again, these aren't constructions that I've been doing for a very long time, but like my lightning one, I stamped it too high, so the bolt should have been closer to the water. And then when I stamped something down here, because this was higher up, the lightning, see that mirror part, when opened up like that, is right down here, and I put some rocks down here, so it kind of covered up. So you have to kind of keep in mind where your subject matter is going to be in here. And you don't want to see it, so I don't want to stamp something like down here in this area. But this will be fine stamping things like this in the foreground right here. But I wanted to create a little bit of this wave pattern in here, okay? Coming in, like there's a little bit of cove in here, and the palms with huts are on the other side of that cove. So that's a theory right here. Let's see. Okay, you clean immediately. Beth cleans immediately after. Okay. My immediate is going to have to be in a few hours, I think. I'm not going to clean as I go along, so we got to get this crank in here. But okay, so here I've created this. Now, normally I use this in its entirety for, like in my last scene that I did with that surfer, okay? But I don't want a horizon line in here because it's not going to represent, you know, kind of out in the distance and the horizon out there. It's just going to represent these, this water coming in. So I'm wiping off this side, or not the side, but this top portion. And I only want these kind of wave patterns coming in here. And I'm going to put those palm stalks here on the side, okay? So the card's only this big or so, right? Well, it's a little bit wider. Let's see, I do this down here. Okay, and one of the things I mentioned in the right when I started this video is this is a piece of the gold mirrored cardstock that I've taped down, glued down, or whatever. All right, and I'm going to go about, I'll leave a little bit of space at the bottom portion of this. You can have it all going all the way off the bottom too if you want to, but I want to create, I don't know, I've left about like a 1/4 inch down here so that it represents that that's kind of the sandy area, just so I do have some space for those trees to be, you know, representative of not growing out of the water or something like that, which they wouldn't be doing. They need to have, you know, be growing in like the sand or something like that, higher up on the shoreline. Okay, sticking. Ah! I didn't get a good impression here. I think this dried out on me right here. Oops. If it didn't stamp out at all, we can just restamp it completely, right? Here, let me go with some more ink. One of the things that's probably not too good for StazOn is I do have a fan blowing on me right now. Hello, Dawn, Anne-Marie. Okay, yeah, okay, that's everyone new here. That's posted. Hello, if you're in the background there. Oh, you know what happened? As I was wiping off all that top portion, this bottom portion dried out. That's what happened here, because there's not a lot of solid area on here. Okay, so I need to work much faster. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, this one right here. Okay, let's go like this. Now, I'm not trying to get it exactly where I got it on that first time. It doesn't really matter, because it's just texturing. Now, if I had like a gigantic rock or something like that that was printed out, that would be bad. But let me see if I got this fast enough. But yeah, I'm sure that's what happened, right? This one's very stippled without a lot of solid areas, so I think that StazOn dried on the surface of this. You know, but by the time I wiped up all there, this area down here was so dry and gone, so voila, it is back on there. And see, you can't really even tell, you know, that I had that first impression down there. So no big deal, right? Okay, so let's take a good look at this again. Okay, let's see how this is looking. So a little bit of, you know, texturing down here, and we have those waves and such rolling in. All right, so it's starting to fill in a little. I just got my arm in the StazOn right there. I need the StazOn cleaner for my arm. When you get the StazOn on you, do you clean immediately? You know? Maybe I should get that off. It's like a Sharpie on my arm, right? Let's see if that comes off right here. We need a StazOn cleaner for skin. It's gonna have, you know, what would it have different? It'd have a little bit of maybe some vitamin E in it or something like that. Okay, so yeah, I spent too long explaining it. Okay, you're in charge of, if I start talking too long, just write in the comments section, shut up and stamp. All right, so that's what we have going right now, okay? All right. Yeah, shocked how fast that dries out like that. Hello, Daphne. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, Froggy Fresh used that stamp upside down. I noticed that because I noticed you said that in the comment last time, and then you went ahead and implemented, which is cool. Hello, Sylvie. I got a self tattoo. We can use the stays on for. They should market it that way. Anne Marie, they say stays on permanent inks for your paper crafting or temporary tattoo requirements. Froggy Fresh, you should use those. Froggy Fresh, have you tried photo stamping yet? Yeah, you should give that a try. Okay, like that. And now, I'm not going to fill this whole area up. I'm not going to go over the 3 stocks because it's going to block off the, the reflection of the huts in the background. So I'm just going to go like that. And plus, I have the fronds that are going to be, come into play here as well. So, if someone is in this, checking this video out right now, and if you're the one that did this, Card, thank you for the inspiration. I forgot the name of who did that, 2:15, Karen, I can't stay on long either, but thanks so much for joining in. I need to get on like at, I need to do a video like at 4 a.m. our time, which is going to be like noon your time. Daughter's 30th today, so we'll be up early. Ah, huh. Oh, you're going to have a surprise party, huh? That's cool. Huh. For the entertainment, Karen, put on the replays of other Stampscapes videos. Okay, so we have this going. So let's get our bearings here. Okay, let's see. All right, so we're gonna have some fronds coming across in here. Usually the fronds are, foreground stuff are down here so that we can see stuff up there. But I like that look that she created, from these fronds. I thought, oh, that's a great idea. So, stays on pads still available? Sure, they're available. I don't know. Someone else mentioned that too recently. I said, well, you can get it right on, I don't know, I saw it on Amazon, and I don't know, Michael's and Joann's have it. I don't know how things are going in, the big box stores, like online and stuff like that. So, but I don't know, they were everywhere the last time I checked. And if they're not, uh-oh, we're in trouble. But Imagine Craft should have it too, I would think. Okay, so let's add the fronds in here. Okay. Okay. I think this is going to be weird here with this upper area. One of the good things is I don't think I need to worry too much about blurring this imagery down here, but just because it's drying so fast. Okay, let's go like this. I think I'm going to not put too much of that frond coming from this one right here, because it's going to go over this way, and that's going to block off my huts, right? So let's go like this, and oh, I like coming in from the side here, represent a lower tree or something like that. Well, happy birthday to that 30-year-old there. Let's see. Harder and harder to find good inks, Chris. We saw the height of that of supplies at one time. Now it's, yeah, it's getting harder, especially if inks are coming from like overseas. You got a Michael's opening close by in a couple weeks. Oh, that's interesting. That is good. That's where you can get your Recollections foils from, like, you know, these packs like this. Okay, Frond coming in from the other side. If someone has joined in here and said hi, hello to you, I'm concentrating here. Kind of. It's like a speed stamping in some way here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see. All right, let me come in and let me balance this off a little bit more from this other side. Okay. These fronds, I'm not, you know, too concerned about them in terms of it looking like a super stylish silhouette of you know, your typical tree. Because, you know, this is going to be like this anyways. And that's the viewing area, okay? So, let's see. It's out of focus there a little bit. Okay, so let's do something. As I look at this too, we need to do that area down below again. Yeah, I did go into a Michael's recently, and I was surprised at the look of the aisles. They were carrying a lot different stuff, and there was a lot of stuff that was gone. Stuff like pads, you know, things like that. I mean, definitely stamps. Stamps haven't been in there for a long time, but whole aisles dedicated to like those other, you know, specific types of systems. Is it like the Cricut and stuff like that, you know? But yeah, all those systems like that. Where can you buy Stampscapes in Quebec? You can look in online, Scrap and Bean or something like that. I don't know of any online sellers in Canada that have a, you know, I'm not sure if they have a web presence or not. But there's a listing of stores there. And then if you can't find anyone, like in your area, there used to be tons of stores in Quebec, you know, everywhere in Canada. But like any one of those things, you know, a lot of the brick and mortars are gone. But some of the brick and mortars do, you know, they have an online presence. You've done a beaver. Now, I haven't done that yet, Karen. You have to kind of hold on a little bit for that one. It's definitely in mind, though. Okay, so we've done our base down here. Okay. And let's see, what do we have time-wise? I got to get this done pretty fast here. So let's see here. I think we might need to bring out some more of that lighting in there. Yeah, see those huts in there just are not reflective enough. Well, let's just see what it looks like just with the lighting on the interior there. Yeah. If you're ordering two unmounted stamps directly from me, inquire via email too, because it depends on what you want. If you're ordering like a bunch of cling foam sets, then it's got to go like priority international. But if it's like unmounted stamps, first class to Canada is pretty reasonable. It's not trackable, but time-wise, I don't know, the mailing systems seem to have sped up from those delays that have happened over the last couple of years. Felicia, you have to go for choir rehearsal. That's important, so have a good rehearsal there. Thanks for joining in there. And yeah, I'm taking off in a few minutes myself here, so do you have a regular time and day? I don't, Chris. I should. We should do something like that. But I don't have a regular time. I should set something up one of these days, though. We'll call it, let's see, Monday Madness. Tuesday, I don't know, whatever. And then I did a really late one of those nights. I said it's going to be the Stampscapes pajama party or something like that. Okay, so let me see. I'm doing these little windows right here. Now, that's not all that's going to look like right there. That's going to look kind of weird. But see that right there? We need to get some of those reflective types of qualities within this piece. Okay, maybe I should have done the rooftop first here. But okay, so let's get some lighting onto those rooftops. I might have to add some kind of light source up here too that is casting that light. But all right, so I'm going to go with the brilliance. Okay. It'd be my preference to avoid that, but that's the only type of ink that I know that's going to work for this, because it'll adhere and dry on this, and then I can spray seal it down and it'll be fine. Okay. Okay, so let's go on some of these rooftops like this. Now, you don't need to mask out. You don't need to get like a Post-it note and cut out every corner of these rooftops like this, but let's just go with the first rooftop like so. I'll go with the closest one like this, okay? So I'm going 2 corners like this, okay, on that rooftop. I know it's kind of difficult to see right here with that reflective, but see, that's the roof right there. And you're just going to take a Q-tip, a cotton ball. I was thinking I might have to use a Q-tip on here. And we're just going to take this. Don't take a big blobby application of this. And I see that Huntington Beach in there. You snagged someone. I'm gonna have to go back and read some of these comments. I'm sorry if there's like a question that I missed. If I missed questions, and if anyone knows the answer, please answer for them. But see, here's the see, there's the rooftop like that, right? Actually, it looks pretty cool in that orange, doesn't it? Okay, so, and then you don't have to fill in the whole thing. You kind of vary it. So you start tapping down here, and then you vary it as it goes down. Oh my gosh, I got to get cracking here. Okay, so let's go with this other one right here. I'm starting on the top. See, I'm kind of going halfway on that rooftop right there. And then you just kind of taper it down a little bit. I'm not moving very much, but see that rooftop? All these rooftops starting to show like that. And there's like a layering of about 4 huts in here. So I'll go like this for the main hut. You can't really see it too much because it's behind the other one, like so. And we'll go like this here. And this is the back one right here, okay? And I mean, we don't have to do like a formal appearance of the light source in here. I mean, it could be, you could have a light source up here, outside of the card. But, okay, so see that right now? So that's a much, much better reflective entity in there. I need to give a little bit of a glow to that. But, something up here would be kind of cool too. And you can do little like splashes down here in the waves as well, maybe, or you can do a quote up here. I mean, this is a perfect spot for a quote. And the thing about the quote, I don't like quote, the idea of word stamps up here, if it's reflecting down here. So if it was much lower on the horizon, but if I do a quote stamp up here, okay, it's going to be in here. It's going to be obscured in this area in here, or even off the page. So I don't think it, I think that would be fine up there. Wish you were here, or something like that. Okay, let me see. Let's go ahead and format this. It needs something else, and I might not be completely done with this piece, as it does need like another element in there, if not like 2 or 3 splatter painting or something like that. Might be kind of cool. Okay, so again, this is going to get down here, and when you merge it, leave a little bit of space. Not too much space though, but leave a little bit. Otherwise your card won't close up as cleanly. See, this really folds up like this, okay? So if I butt it up completely, so it's just a tiny little space in here. Do you see that little space? It's exactly like 0.64 millimeter. So try to keep it at that. No, I'm just joking. Just keep a little bit of space in there, okay? But anyways, here's the glowing card like that. That doesn't look too bad as a nighttime type of thing. All right, maybe I will be able to finish this off. I got like 1 minute. Okay, let me see. Yeah. VJB. Maybe we'll have to do a second part or something like this. Let me see this right in here. Okay, folks, instead of me rushing trying to get this done in like 30 seconds, I want to spend a little bit more extra time on this. I think we can illuminate some of this kind of like we did up here, but put a little bit of a frothy kind of what they call it, like spin drift coming off that wave like that, or that little kind of foam area down there. I don't want us to do a little bit of a splatter painting down here. A little bit of highlighting in here. Suddenly, now it's not like a quick scene, it's like a semi-quick scene, but I think it would look really cool down here. We need to bring out some of the light in this space in here, so anyway. All right, I'm being called. I'm a chauffeur or driver, whatever, cab driver for a son wanting to go work out. So, all right, Tropics Part 2 coming up at some point in time. Maybe, I don't know, maybe later on tonight or tomorrow or something like that. I'll post it in a scheduled time frame. Maybe for tomorrow, not around the same time or something like that. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, maybe, or something like that. Hello, Jen. Goodbye, Jen. All right. Hey, I got to go. We'll see you. Thanks to everyone for joining in, and we'll see you for part 2 of this piece right here. So, yeah, coming along reasonably fast. All right, checking out.